Hey everyone, we're going to get started in just a couple minutes. Hi everyone, welcome to Office Hours again. We took a couple weeks off there, but we're really glad to have you all back. I was really excited to hear about an Office Hours that happened on one of those weeks when we weren't streaming. So thanks to everyone who put that together and who was a part of it. I think that is awesome. I hope you all had a lot of fun. I've got this somewhat modified shared system with me today. I've added in a QPOS in the place of the Echophone and an XPAN in the place of what would normally be 10 HP of blank space on the bottom row. And I thought what we could do today would be to play a kind of patching game or exercise that I'm calling presets. And we're not actually going to be making presets, but what we'll be doing is everyone can try to come up with a name for a preset, some kind of imaginary preset like you find on, like buried in a list of 100 presets. There's always one that's got a funny name, something like that, and then together we'll create the sound of what we think that funny preset would sound like. I'm trying to be extra expressive with my hands today. Thank you for noticing. All right, we've got a first preset idea here coming in. Dueling dolphins. All right, dueling dolphins. So where should we start with dueling dolphins? Is that it sounds like something with a lot of movement in it. So maybe that might be a nice place to start. Feel free to toss out suggestions in the chat for what dueling dolphins should sound like. Should it be, what sort of waveform should we start with? Something bright like a saw or something mellow like a triangle? Okay, liquid QPOS sound. I like that. Okay, let's start there. My go-to recipe for liquid QPOS sounds is typically using the bandpass outputs. And a short or narrow pulse wave into the input. Bit of an adjustment here. Resonance up, and the QPOS is the voice. All right, we can do that too. Let's see. I'm going to ping it if that's okay. Sort of an underwater bell. And then the body of the dolphin with a sine. Okay. We could do a sine LFO so we can really sense the shape of the waveform. So switch this DPO to LFO, and we'll take the sine wave output. That's a very good point. We'll need a second voice for the duel of the dolphins. I'm going to use Xpan as a stereo mixer. I'm going to run both of our dolphins through the herb verb. Maybe we'll turn up the mod bus and have that sine wave affect some of the final output's wave shaping parameters. Dolphins use clicking sounds. It's a very good point. Make some clicks with this EOR output. Needs to be in the 10 kilohertz range. This might not come across on the speakers, but let's see. Something like that. High-pitched clicks. Okay. Starting to sound more Morse code than dolphin. I agree. This is an angry dolphin. That's what should be the preset. Preset 36 on your favorite Casio. Angry dolphin. Some great preset names here going around. Morse Dolphin, Flipper's Revenge, and Dolphin Code. All, I would see any of those movies. I agree. This is starting to sound like a new preset. Maybe there's got to be a Bell Labs pun we can do here, but something about a dolphin phone. We'll come up with it together. There's a piece by Alvin Lucier that uses clicking things called sondals that are supposed to emulate the clicking sounds of dolphins. It's a piece called Vespers. It's worth checking out if you like dolphin sounds. All right, I think we've got preset 1 on our imaginary synthesizer. Preset 1, dolphin phone. Let's make another preset. What's another idea for a preset name? And we'll create the sound. I like the sound of this doom-bient. Doom ambient. All right, let's do it. So ambient, I think, mellow waveforms, like a sine or a triangle. But doom, I think of lots of low end and some rumble and some atmosphere, slow moving in both cases. So what if we mix a pair of sine waves and tune them together, then offset one of them just a little bit for some beat frequencies? This is real Pete. I have a shirt with dots, not the one Chris is referring to, but real Pete here today. The rumors are untrue. Okay, so doombient. Okay. Add some stereo motion with the X-Pan. I'll take one of the square wave, or take the square wave out from the DPO and patch it into the trigger input of maths. We want a lower sound, so I'll use this to divide the frequency down. Take the EOR output, and we'll filter this with QPOS. Overdrive everything a little bit for some doom-like growl. I have an idea. Let's run the output through the preamp and overdrive it there. So running the output of our two sine waves into the preamp, turning the gain all the way up. All right, we're almost there, kind of. Ambient this. We can use that as a verb to ambient. sort of in doom ambient territory. Herb verb into QPOS. Great idea. But which output to use? Should we low pass it, high pass it? What do y'all think? We're going to mix some of these outputs with the X-band and maybe move them around a little bit. Great ideas, everybody. Renee's always too happy. think stereo should work now. Sorry about that. There was a setting, but it's set now. Let me know if you hear things in stereo. Alright, we've got preset 2. We had Elephant, Phone, I believe is our first one. Now we've got Doombient. We're on our way to making one of the greatest preset banks of all time. Alright, let's make another one. What should be our third preset name? And then we'll come up with a sound based on that preset name. A lot of talk in the chat about the Cyberpunk game, which I know pretty much nothing about. But I'm familiar with the genre, so let's make up something together that is cyberpunky. In my mind, that's a lot of hard sync, but I could be persuaded otherwise if you all have opinions. Put the sawtooth and LFO, connect it to the Modbus so we can use it in a bunch of places, and we're going to monitor the final out. Okay, it's a good start. Maybe we'll clock tempi with that too. Then we can have multiplications and divisions of that sawtooth LFO clock. Okay, where do we go from here? For a nice noise source thing from the reverb, what I like to do is turn decay all the way up, use the mix knob as volume, and CV out into size. That keeps it moving and doesn't let it settle onto the tone, so it's a chaotic system. This might be a little tricky. We're running out of voices, but we can always get creative. So I'm going to do is record something into the morphogene and then lower its vary speed down to kind of a kick area, and we'll experiment from there. Not the greatest kick drum I've ever heard, but let's see if we can enliven it a little bit. Let's move these hi-hats around. I agree, it would have been a lot easier if I had drum sounds already made on the morphogene. Should have thought of that, but I didn't. Tune this down just a little bit. Thanks, Walker. I feel like this might be like a menu screen in the Cyberpunk game. Maybe like walking through the streets in, I imagine, the rain, probably with some neon lights, looking for clues. It feels very in the genre of Cyberpunk to me. Okay, let's come up with one more preset to add to our doll phone, Doombient, and Cyberpunk character build screen. Thank you, Chris Walker. Me neither. I see most things as Nintendo games, honestly. But I agree, this does have that kind of vibe. These names are amazing. You all are preset name masters. There's Crunchy Munchies, Gurgle Snap, Old Man's Bones. Those would all be, if I saw those on a keyboard with a preset, I would immediately click any of those, and just to see what it sounds like. Alright, we're gonna go with Gurgle Snap. Because I have never seen either of those words on a keyboard before. So that sounds like maybe a QPOS herb verb combo. Let's try high pass. And let's get something really, really slow as an input. idea. So some irregular clocking between mats and wogglebug. So maybe that'd be something like, kind of like a Krell patch. So we'll patch the clock out from mats into the clock in on the wogglebug, and then we will modulate the rate of our clock mats with the wogglebug. We're going to attenuate the output a little bit. And we run the output of our oscillator through an Optimix channel, so it's not always on. It would be nice if we used an output of the Optimix as well. More space between them, so patch the burst output into the tempo input and divide it. Now we're getting into both gurgly and snappy territory for sure. think if I saw a preset called Gurgle Snap, I would expect it to sound in this ballpark, at the very least. I think we've come across something very real here. All right, folks, I think we've done it. I think we've come up with 4 very excellent presets. Let's see, we have Dolphone, the dolphin phone, Doombient, a portmanteau of doom and ambient, Cyberpunk, and now Gurgle Splat. This might be a good exercise for you all to do in your own patching, or when you're talking with friends about patching. Come up with some sound names and then create a sound to describe that name. Or if you have a keyboard that has Gurgle Splat as a preset, I guess you could hit that button and then Gurgle Splat away. I'm gonna let Gurgle Splat play us out, but thank you all so much for being here this week. Next week, come on back, same bat time, same bat channel, Thursdays, 1 o'clock Eastern. Walker will be here next week, and we'll have yet another office hours for you. So great hanging out with you all today, and I hope to see you again soon. Now we're in bacon grease territory. This would be preset 5, just bonus preset. All right, see you everyone. See you next week. Thanks.